Buongiorno a tutti. Thanks for joining me again in my little kitchen here in Lecce in the south of Italy. My name is Francesco, and today, now that the world has got Carbonara Day out of their systems, it's my turn. I'm going to show you how I learned to make it in Rome, which is the authentic, traditional way, and what you're going to need to make this is guanciale, which is cured pork cheek. You can't use ham, you definitely can't use bacon, you can't even use pancetta. If it's not guanciale, it's not carbonara. You're going to need the right kind of spaghetti, which is a spaghetti alla chitarra, or tonnerelli as they call it in Rome, a nice thick cut spaghetti. You're going to need finely grated pecorino cheese, egg yolk, black peppercorns, and that's it. Definitely under no circumstances cream or anything similar. This is a very simple recipe and you do have to stick to the rules, but if you do that, it's the most wonderful pasta dish that you can make in 15 minutes. So I'm going to show you how to make it. I hope you enjoy it, and if you do, please leave a comment below, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and do come back and follow me for more. Let's cook. For today's recipe you are going to need a nice thick cut spaghetti, guanciale, black peppercorns, finely grated pecorino cheese, and egg yolk. The first thing we need to do is to remove the rind from the guanciale. Then we're going to cut it into thin strips across the grain, like so. Whilst the pasta water starts to boil, we can add the guanciale to a frying pan on a moderate flame and let the fat start to render slowly. You don't want to rush this phase, you don't want the guanciale to become too crispy too soon. In the meantime, toast a handful of black peppercorns to bring out their flavour. Back to the guanciale, after 3 or 4 minutes you can see it's only just becoming transparent. The fat is just beginning to melt. Lightly salt the water for the pasta this time because the pecorino and the guanciale are quite salty. I used for 2 portions of carbonara 4 tablespoons of finely grated pecorino. What you're going to need then is an egg yolk. Normally they say 1 egg yolk per portion, but I found that with my 1 egg yolk today, I actually ended up having 2 portions of pasta. Stir this into the pecorino and mash it down well into a firm paste. You really need to get all of the cheese incorporated into the egg yolk. What you're going to do now is add just a little bit of the pasta water, about half a ladle, into the cheese and egg mixture and whisk this together with a fork until the cheese melts and it becomes a smooth cream. This also pasteurizes the egg for those of you who may be worried about having raw egg on your pasta. If you find that you have a mixture that's a little bit too runny, simply add more pecorino. More cheese, more flavor. Make sure to whisk it thoroughly, eliminating any lumps of cheese. You want to have a nice, smooth, soft mixture. Back to the guanciale. See how much fat is rendered now? Now we can slightly begin to crisp the guanciale and remove it. We're then going to drain at least half of this fat. That's way too much for our pasta. As far as the spaghetti goes, if the packet says that you need 13 minutes cooking time, cook it just for 10 minutes until it's nice and very al dente like this. Then transfer it to the frying pan, add some of the pasta water, and finish frying in the pan, stirring continually. This way you'll develop lots of starch, which is going to help to turn into a lovely, nice cream when you add the egg and cheese mixture. After 3 minutes of continual stirring, turn off the heat, get your egg and cheese mixture, and get ready to add this to the pasta. It's very important to have the heat turned off. Add all of the mixture and stir it in well. This is the most critical phase in making a good carbonara. With the heat turned off, you need to stir that egg and cheese into the starchy water of the pasta, and that's what's going to develop into a lovely, thick, creamy sauce. Like this. No lumps, no scrambled eggs, and no need for any cream, oil, butter, or anything else. It's all right there in the pan, and it's totally delicious. Now that the carbonara is ready, add half of the guanciale in the pan, stir it in, and prepare to serve. To serve your spaghetti restaurant style, simply use a pair of tongs and the ladle and twirl the spaghetti into the ladle, then position it on your plate, like so. Add some more of that lovely creamy sauce over the top, grind with the freshly roasted black peppercorns, add more guanciale, grate with more pecorino cheese, and enjoy. This is a real carbonara. Buon appetito!